Wet-to-dry vacuums, often called Shop Vacs or Shop Vacuums, go beyond your regular vacuum cleaner's ability to handle wet and dry debris. Over the last 2 years, we tested 25 Shop Vacs in our own homes and in the lab, assessing each for its effectiveness. Power and ease of use while handling typical messes such as kitty litter, food debris, small metal screws, sawdust, and vacuuming water spills. We found that corded shop vacuums are generally more powerful and can handle much larger capacities, while cordless battery-powered models are handy for lightweight tasks around the house or garage. So in this video, we have compiled a list and reviewed the top 6 best shop vacs you can buy in 2025. For more information on the products, we have included links in the description box below. Let's get started. Number 6, DeWalt 12-gallon wet dry vac. While all of the vacuums on our list can be used to suck up both wet and dry debris, this shop vac from DeWalt won our highest praise for its ability to handle liquids during a real-world test when a pipe burst in our home's crawl space, causing considerable flooding. Luckily, this shop vac was already on hand and was quickly brought to the rescue. With its 12-gallon capacity, it easily and effectively sucked up every bit of water, leaving just damp spots behind. With a drain port near the bottom of the canister, we had no trouble emptying the tank once it was full and then returning to our vacuuming. Thanks to the vacuum's 7-foot hose and 2 extension wands, we were able to suck up the water without having to bend or crouch down, and we found it easy to maneuver the hose where we needed it. The vacuum comes with 3 attachments, one for crevices, one for general use, and one for floor attachment with brush edges. We used all of them and noticed no fluctuations in suction power. At 23 pounds, this is the second heaviest on our list, just under our best large capacity pick. And of course, it weighs considerably more once filled with water, but its heavy-duty swiveling casters made it easy to move where we needed it. We also liked the 20-foot power cord, which meant we didn't need an additional extension cord to deal with the flood. Unlike most shop vacs, this one has a removable pouch for storing the attachments and extension wands when not in use. While that's handy, it also might make the vacuum somewhat bulkier or hard to move without dropping out the attachments. Also, while the hose has a clip to keep it secured around the top of the vacuum while stored, the nozzle hangs loose and could catch on nearby objects. Still, this powerful vacuum, which can also be used as a blower by reversing the position of the hose, is a worthwhile addition to any workshop, garage, or home where large messes, whether dry or wet, need to be dealt with effectively. Number 5, Ryobi Cordless Wet Dry Vacuum. This cordless wet dry vacuum has a 10-gallon capacity and comes with a 40-volt, 4-amp-hour battery, so it can handle large messes with ease. We use this battery-powered shop vac to clean out a minivan. From top to bottom, clean up after a child's art project, and suck up water spilled onto the floor, and after all that, a total of more than 30 minutes, the battery still had some juice left. We liked how easy it was to clean. There's a drain plug at the base for emptying liquids, and for dry debris, just unclip the top and dump the contents of the collection canister. Like many wet-dry vacuums, this one comes with 2 attachments, one that's slim for reaching into crevices and corners, and a flat attachment for general use. We found both did a good job, and we experienced no drop in suction power while using either one. We also appreciated the 2 extension wands that add extra reach to the 8-foot hose. We could easily reach in and all around the minivan without excessively awkward stretching and bending. Plus, we found the shop vac reasonably quiet even when working close to it. With an airflow capacity of 80 cubic feet per minute, this isn't the most powerful option. For that, you'd need a corded model, but it's certainly more than adequate for the typical messes found around the kitchen, garage, or workshop. You can also switch the hose from the vacuum port to the air outlet for a blower, making the tool very versatile. It comes with a cartridge filter for vacuuming dry debris and a foam filter for cleaning up liquid messes. We found it easy to swap out the filters as needed. Thanks to the onboard storage for all accessories, we didn't need much space to store the shop vac between uses. Number 4, Craftsman Heavy Duty Wet Dry Vac. This powerful wet dry vac from Craftsman is designed to tackle large messes both inside and outside the house. It has a 16-gallon capacity, a 6.5 peak horsepower motor, and an airflow capacity of 130 cubic feet per minute. By switching the hose position, you can use it to vacuum or to blow, and we put it to good use blowing away fallen leaves and other debris from the porch, and then switching to the vacuum mode to suck up water, mud, leaf, debris, and other grunge that had tracked into the house. The 7-foot hose plus 2 extension wands meant no need to bend or stretch. There was plenty of reach with this vacuum. The 20-foot power cord means that you'll unlikely need an extension cord for use inside the house, garage, or workshop. We loved how easy it was to use the vacuum. It required no assembly and was very easy to operate. It comes with 3 attachments, one for general use, one for wet vacuuming, and one car nozzle that's narrow for reaching into crooks and crannies. We use the wet attachment to suck up puddles of rainwater from between patio pavers, and it performed like a champion. We used the other 2 attachments on various spills and messes indoors and outside, and the vacuum handled everything without issue. We love that there's a large drain at the bottom of the canister for emptying out liquid. To empty dry debris, just unlatch the cover, lift, and dump. On the downside, although the vacuum has wheels, it's fairly heavy at 28 pounds, and we did find it somewhat cumbersome to move it about occasionally. This might be more of an issue for someone shorter than average though. Because it is big, it takes up quite a bit of storage space, although we like that the accessories have neatly organized onboard storage spots. While not everyone needs such a large shop vac, this is a reasonably priced and very effective option if you want a vacuum for your woodworking hobby. You live in an area where wet leaves and other yard debris often get tracked inside, or you just want a vacuum that can handle whatever messes come your way. Number 3, Craftsman Cordless Wet Dry Vacuum. This battery-powered wet dry vacuum is our best portable shop vac recommendation because it's lightweight but more than powerful enough to tackle messes on various surfaces around our home. We tested it in the lab, where it made short work of all sorts of messes, and then used it at home for 6 months to handle jobs that a regular vacuum can't. We love how small it is, which made it easy to store away and then pull out to clean up big spills and wet messes. During our initial tests, this vacuum easily cleaned away all crumbs and debris out of a car seat using the crevice tool, sucked up spilled water with the wide nozzle attachment. Nothing was left but a slightly damp patch of floor, and vacuumed up spilled cereal and kitty litter from a wooden floor. This vacuum is powered by a 20-volt battery, so there are no cords to deal with. We love how portable that makes it, but you do have to make an effort to keep the battery charged so that it's ready whenever a mess occurs. At 9 pounds, this is the lightest wet dry vac we recommend, so it's very portable. While we don't recommend this as a primary vacuum for tackling an entire home or for large cleanups in a workshop or work site, it's a terrific option for those. Small, everyday tasks like vacuuming up kitchen spills, tracked kitty litter, small amounts of sawdust, or potting soil. It's also very handy for cleaning out the interior of a car. The tank holds up to 2 gallons of wet or dry material, and we found it very easy to empty. Just unlatch the canister and dump the debris into the trash. While the vacuum has no self-cleaning function, it was not difficult to rinse the canister after use. Through 6 months of use, we haven't had to do anything other than that to keep it clean. The vacuum hose is 7.8 feet long, and it was very easy to maneuver during our tests, although it's a bit short compared to most other shop vacs. We did find that when the vacuum sat on the ground, we had to crouch down to vacuum the floor. And of course, with no wheels, we had to lift and reposition the vacuum when moving from place to place. However, this is not much of an issue when using the vacuum, mostly for small tasks like vacuuming a car or cleaning up a kitchen mishap. The vacuum's airflow is 35 cubic feet per minute, enough to handle lightweight objects, but not powerful enough for heavy-duty cleanup. We did find that the vacuum struggled slightly to lift metal screws with the wide nozzle attachment in place, but once we removed the attachment and vacuumed with the bare hose, the vacuum had no trouble cleaning up the screws as well. During our tests, the power was consistent and the battery was still 66% charged when we finished. All of the accessories, including the hose, are stored on board the vacuum, so this handy little tool doesn't require much space for storage. Number 2, Shark MessMaster Wet Dry Vacuum. This 1-gallon capacity corded wet dry vacuum might be small, but we found its performance impressive. While the manufacturer does not specify the airflow or horsepower, this shop vac was powerful enough to handle smaller tasks around our home. After using it around the house for 6 months, we found ourselves using it mainly to keep our cars clean since it's so compact and light. We think the best feature of this vacuum is the AnyBag feature, which allows you to line the dust canister with a plastic bag for sucking up unpleasant messes. You can then toss the entire bag without having to worry about cleanup or spills. We tested the vacuum's abilities to clean up a variety of floor grunge, including scattered kitty litter, popcorn kernels, and cereal. The vacuum comes with 3 attachments, and we found that the squeegee tool did the best job at lifting finer debris, although it grabbed slightly at the floor, requiring us to tilt it slightly for best results. The carpet tool did the best job on the larger bits of debris. Although it had slightly less power, it struggled with some deep dog hairs and cloth cushions, but got the vast majority of them. The vacuum also comes with a crevice nozzle, which we used to successfully clean a high chair. It pulled out all manner of crumbs and bits of spilled food from all the chair surfaces. We then turned to wet testing, using the squeegee tool to suck up water quickly and easily. Once done vacuuming, it's easy to clean this tool, as the dust canister is dishwasher safe and can also be rinsed by sucking up a cup of water. We do wish it had wheels for easier transport though. While it includes 2 extension wands that are quite useful for extending the 3-foot hose, there is no onboard storage to hold them when not in use. We also wish it had a battery option, since plugging into power isn't always convenient, but we're happy with the performance. Number 1. Vacmaster Wet Dry Vacuum. After testing 25 different options at home and in the lab, our pick for the best shop vac is the Vacmaster Wet Dry Shop Vacuum. We found it to be a highly effective wet dry vacuum that's easy to use and not too big for storage in the typical garage. Plus, the lift-away blower function makes this a very versatile 2-in-1 tool that's sure to find many uses inside and outside your home. As for the more typical vacuum functions, both wet and dry, we found this corded tool to be no slouch. It has a 5 horsepower motor, and while it might not be at the commercial vacuum level of power, its numbers are more than sufficient for just about any around the house or garage need. Its top airflow, the speed at which it can suck in air, is 106 cubic feet per minute, which is not the highest on our list, but it easily handles most household messes. It has a water lift of 60 inches, which is a measurement of the motor's suction force. Put together, those numbers give you the overall power of the vacuum to move wet or dry messes. We put it to a real-world test, cleaning up spilled muddy potting soil after repotting a plant. The vacuum easily sucked up everything, water and all, leaving behind nothing but a slightly damp spot on the floor. This wet, dry vacuum has a 7-foot hose with a 2.5-inch diameter and 2 extension wands for even more reach. We found it very easy to maneuver the hose wherever needed, and it was easy to coil inside the tank for storage when not in use. The vacuum also includes 4 attachments: a wider utility nozzle that is handy for spread out messes but does drop a bit in power, a crevice nozzle for tight spots, a car nozzle for reaching easily into crooks and crannies in your automobile, and a concentrator nozzle that provides the most intense suction for heavier or more difficult messes. The detachable top easily lifts away for use as a separate blower. We used it to blow snow off patio steps, but with its 210 mAh wind capacity, you'll find many uses around your home, garage, and yard. The vacuum was easy to assemble, and we liked how easily it rolled around our home, including over the carpet. While it has a 12-gallon capacity, we found it easy to lift and carry. All the attachments fit nicely on top for compact storage as well. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos.